When Scott was first diagnosed, I was 6 weeks pregnant with Eva, who's now 4 years old. He called me at work and he said, the doctor says I have ALS. So I Googled ALS and looked it up, tried to figure out what it was, and I was just in shock. I didn't know what to do. We just sat on the couch and cried, held each other.
We were only married 2 years before I was diagnosed, so we've sort of been forced to go at light speed through what, we had thought was going to be decades of, marital bliss, right?
Well, I've always known that Scott is, he's the love of my life. When he was diagnosed, I think there was no question in my mind that was meaningless in terms of our relationship.
We were barely adjusting to being newlyweds, and it's challenged us, I think, in ways we didn't expect.
The hardest things are the things that you aren't warned about. Scott's fingers got so swollen when he stopped being able to move his left hand that he had to have his wedding ring cut off. And that was a really emotional thing for me. That's something that ALS did that we weren't warned about.
And she'll get it and try to balance it on her hand like this.
We had another baby. Now we have 2 girls. Eva is 4 now, and Miranda is 1.
Our girls are incredible. They're definitely why I get up in the morning. Miranda has never seen me walking or outside of a wheelchair. Eva climbs all over me. I'm sort of like a jungle gym. I'm obviously a bit worse for wear and am essentially unable to do much of anything for myself.
I think that's the hardest thing, is wondering how it's going to affect the girls. We don't know what to tell them. We don't know what to tell adults who ask how long does Scott have. They gave him 2 to 5 years, and we're on year 5, so that's fantastic. But what do we say next, or what do we say comes next? We don't know what to tell them. I think it's easy to get really involved in the day-to-day struggle with ALS, and it helps us to take a step back and think of all the families struggling with it and all the families that MDA helps. And I think we really wanted to give back and get involved, because if people who have the disease don't get involved, who will?
The MDA has given us courage to continue living our life and keeping our dreams as a family alive.
So we've been involved with MDA over the past 5 years, involved in the telethon for 4 years, and when we were out in Las Vegas for the telethon, we felt so comfortable, we thought that would be a perfect time to announce that I was pregnant with Miranda.
Eva's going to be a big sister in early spring.
We just felt so comfortable, and we felt like it was the perfect announcement, and the perfect way to say that MDA gives us hope.
I think the MDA helps, number one, just by being there and helping families understand that they're not alone. It's enormously comforting to us to know that we have that resource to call upon for anything. When we first talked a couple of years ago, I was still walking, I was still pretty active, and here we are a few years later, and I can do so much less. I can't walk anymore. My breathing is about half of what it used to be, and I think I'm still here. I'm still trying to live day to day in the moment because of all of the the love that we get from our friends and family. And the MDA is obviously a part of that. Eva's getting to the age where she can ask questions. And the other day she said, Daddy, are you going to die soon? And it's just hard to know what to say. If we can be an example for even one newly diagnosed family that you just have to keep plugging away and not give up on, what hopes and dreams you had. What choice do you have? I want my daughters to just realize how infinitely I love them.